CTN helps to build media capacity in Sierra Leone.
Fambul, Una Adu, and welcome to another edition of CTN Waetin De Pepul say, where they reach you from studios na Radio Montreal on FM 107.3 na Fabe College campus. Waetin De Pepul say in a program where they look at one main issue event of the week and get the views of people in. Where they present the program to Unu, Mina Patrick Yatakonte.
This na CTN.
Inside today's edition of the program, we dey look at examination malpractice as the West African Senior Secondary Certificate Examination was they go on right now in the country. And we don't get reports wherein they catch students, teachers, and invigilators them per examination malpractice. Where some people don't they talk say, this now one of the things then where they ambog the educational system na the country. But for no, what the people then think about this examination malpractice where they go on at the present was, and same way so other public examination then at the country. My workmate Amza Toure be there about na the streets of Freetown and sound the views of people then.
Well, me na Melvin Soa. Thank you very much for this question. What me go say about this? A bad say over bad. Because why? The same way some of we in an area was, the same some of we a GCO level house is from 5. We not been get this, what they call malpractice pan examination something. But now it don't so rampant that a very bad way they make tomorrow. Where the future of people begin their way we forget we for come lead this country. They're not going to prove nothing right for we the country go down the drain. So really a bad.
The most common way people can engage in malpractice now with the leakage of questions, especially with the WAS. So on this WAS exams or on subsequent WAS exams, would that you feel safe or blame for them it's in there?
Now other fine question you ask me. One of these days I listen to radio where they talk about anti-corruption because they say they don't sign an MOU where they all them get parties them ready to this thing. Then go na Waec not give them something like for sit with them they say because why na thing way Waec na countries the way they all combine. So if they can't do something contrary to anything, they not go match fine. So it's like from WAEC, how this paper they come out the leak come to teachers, it come to students, I don't know. So it's like all the from WAEC, this problem already they come down to the teachers them.
So why you say now WAEC?
Now WAEC then deal with this paper. Then people are not going to go take them, and go take them. Ask question and answer, and then go take them papers there. Then for controlling people, how the people they come out now WAEC. Say it can do, how they leak, say it go to the students. Let me answer that question. Then why make we anti-corruption and go there for go ask them, for go talk to them, for say what's happened is that they're not able to get nothing, they're not able to respond to them. So it's like from why that this problem they come out. Before people leak, now why come on and get hands for deals all them questions people here.
Okay, but again, some man go use the defense say now students then are the customers them when it comes to exam malpractice. So if they not demand for denting and the WAEC or other parties, they not go think about doing such things. So what do you think about that with regards to the students?
WAEC for be a credible institution. If they know say this paper, then paper are really come also. Enough for leak. And if you say anybody go come out from just from the blues, you can't tell and say or students come out from the blues say I want this paper. If whatever money he can show you, let the institution we have once know for the items of West Africa. So now why WAEC for the left them paper out me to crown everything? My brother, WAEC get the problem. How come some people are the leak from WAEC? Say it can down to the layman, to the students where they go for good seats. So now WAEC.
Okay, so what do you think say the government for do for tap denting here?
Now, Ministry of Education, let them check WAEC. Let them check WAEC. Let them check the people where they inside WAEC. How them papers here from MPSC. Now we get MPSC where they don't sit. It's like the level of examination malpractice inside MPSC it not been too great. But these guys, them big one now they expect. We get for go up college. Would they corner? Would they other side them? So it's like WAEC get the problem. Let them check. Let Ministry of Education check WAEC. Let them allow anti-corruption medical go check inside WAEC. That's all.
From WAEC, this question papers or whatever, it originates from WAEC. What make me say it originates from WAEC? Because even talking about money man where get money where they go buy paper from in Peking, by the end of the day, who say get the paper from? Fine. So if that's strong, what's in the security not there, now the WAEC, then the paper they go astray. Because if me get money, I get all me where they able to get documents from that place there from me Peking. Remember I say me Peking get paddy, and that me Peking paddy inside there you paddy. Is how the paper they go? Is how the thing they scatter?
Normally, the students them now they more can meet them parents them at times. At times now the parents themselves can go out for the picking them, say for lookouts. So what thing you get for say to students and the parents?
Well, make a start to the parents. When put you picking school, you want for make it learn the way for learn this education here. If you go for the put. Like how they say, make you picking come like could I get silver spoon I mouth, grab say you go find paper for a campus, you know go the hardcore, you know study, you know be sinati. By the end of the day, you get the shame because you know why? If they reach a peak, you go sit that exam, maybe you don't get that paper, they don't go see the exam, it pass fine. When time come for whatever degree you get for go justify, for defend them, you know sabinati. Now then say that the people that they begin to you got a degree holder for spelling himself, you know sabi. These are some of the reasons. So I start with the paper. You the paper now get for be strict. Now you they begin teach you picking. Let it study. Whether you get money or not, make you go the hard way and company all they go. By then, by the end of the day, whatever results will come out, you know say make it time, you know say work for them. Students they not go lazy per se, but because they see say when they want time, the paper they for go fend for like I know they struggle for her. So you not be seen. You get that nonchalant attitude towards studying, you know, be seen by the end of the day they bring paper can for them. These are some of the things. It's not so laziness. Not so laziness. It starts from the parents. Because if you don't say you defend paper for her, can get why for study? Now for just bring the paper, I can look the paper, I find the answer there, I write her. I take her, put her, whether I write her and I'm scat now, wherever I put her. By the end they go see the exam.
How you feel say the government for do for make able to tackle this problem?
I think the government get a lot for do, I'm not gonna lie. They get a lot for do. But then, the lot what they get for do, it starts with WAEC, it ends with WAEC.
My name Alice is well, one thing so far in this country also, the education system is so poor, you see. So the government teacher do not get encouragement, do not get basic needs them. So now make all things and they can happen in this country. Then, especially on the WAS. You see, I make them my practice business and inside the WAS, it can always take place any year self. Like last year so, because them six boku picking the results them. The other six was last year, the six boku. So like this year so, I get the rumor because no say I can engage right now. But I get the rumor say thing like that they happen back inside the same year back.
Oh, that you go blame for exam malpractice.
Well, for me, I blame the government because encouragement is only for the teachers them. You see, so the teachers them, if you don't get the basic needs them within itself, so then they go to do them. So you know, say students them they want to get the achievements, but not to the right way they get them. You see, so now make it go all the extra mile in there. So now make this my practice, you know, we don't this country. Until the teachers them then get them basic needs them, then get everything what they will need. So all this in that so it will be less now this country as well. But if that this not happen, you know go done.
So why you think say now the government problem?
Well, if you don't put all the basic things then the government they don't give them all what's in the teachers they need. The government teachers them what's they need. Like this thing it go happen. So me the government they blame them in last side because they put basic things them for the teachers them and for make the teachers then give the materials correctly to the students them. Well, the students themselves back, me I will give them back blame because if the teachers they don't pull all the energies them for the students them, the teacher the students and don't bring come any serious with himself. I will blame the students them back in that way them. So if you the parents, if you want serious education for your picking, you can't tell you what you put in school. Do yourself you popo and you follow them on that area there. It's not good. So the parents and missus they blame them. because they encourage them picking them for make them pick them back do that malpractice in the education system, especially inside the worst area.
Yeah, my name is Malpractice. Well, one the picking them, of course, now they need to study the able pile, the leakage, and the one where me fi say for blame now the one they waiting our egg because now they leak the question out because like if the question they not leak out, how the picking them go manage get them.
Okay, so why make you feel say now I for blame?
Because they know they put measures in place. Because if they tight up the questions, them for let you know come on ado and officer go able come on ado.
Okay, but some man can also put on the defense say the students then are then lazy, they need study.
Yes, then they say na true. Then they not can study. Some picking the 10 they for study, then go fair man, or the 10 they for study they don't they sleep. So like if you're gonna examine, then get phones them, then go snap the questions, send them out for people and for let them able solve them back for them. And now wait till me see the exam done some business. Because like the invigilator they take money 20,000, 50,000, say give me so thing, I go. You go use the phone. So the picking and McDonald's say na business. So then they all their money, they keep their money because they know say where they go pay for let them able use their phone them.
Okay, but what about the parents them as well?
Yeah, boku parents themselves na contributing factor to that because then don't know say power paths and then picking them for go college and then self they tolerate them picking them towards that. Some man they give the picking them money and some man they trace them picking their results to the end.
Okay, so what do you think say the government for do for tap exam malpractice for us?
Well, one thing the governments get for money to the schools them for see that the teachers then teach the picking them because like the teachers they need on the syllabus and the question when they can go draw the picking and not can sabi so all that they can leave and they get for add the teachers then pay for let them satisfy so then they not go examination malpractice not go take place.
Well, that na Amza Tue, we be the talk to some people then at Freetown. Amedu Koma Bisemuso get the views of some people then concerning examination malpractice. And at this then gets for say.
Me na Dr. Alpha, they talk from Kleintown. So this examination malpractice where we see they go on at this country. But me see the white people and the responsible for this thing because all things they come out from them and they mark the paper there and they also the question they come out from there and they issue out the questions paper there. So if this thing they come out, so now the system and they get for responsible for this thing. Government will put paper there better one.
We get all sorts of people there where they say now from the students them and through the social media they pass the messages they ask for blame. If you really say now why for blame?
Now why? Because students, you know, they just don't know more paper can they go take paper. Why now they issue the paper out? That's why I say the why people and they're responsible for that.
Why you think say why people are for blame?
Because all thing now they handle all thing.
What do you think say governments for do for tap this malpractice?
Well, now they are saying now let them put paper there. Now then they tight one for this paper out for this paper because the paper there now they issue the paper there then they correct back the paper there. So if this thing they come out, governments for put paper there, bing, the white people there. Me CC now they get the blame.
What things say to some extent now because of the laziness of the students them
also contribute to that because this coronavirus all man don't relax say this year examination with the hope say league they come out so no class, no school, all things don't close, so all man they relax for take class or for take studies. So they open because some of them where they get money, say well this they go bribe, let them give me paper, let know wait till they go on.
In regards to the bribe, where students they bribe to come and get some paper, what do you think say the aftermath, the effects on the bribing? Because they bribe for in paper?
Well, any students so far where they bribe for in paper, me take and say not a serious thing. Because something ever you want to take and serious, if for struggle on them, enough for say pass you go bribe for getter.
Well, I would say like I will blame the government because why? Because whenever you sit exam, I normally say leakage for common first before even the picket then go sit. So that I can see all things they hide. Whenever exam don't reach to when they for go sit, I believe say all man for study hard and get waiting say now this I for go do. And are they in terms of any something when a big thing when I like the worst exam like the one that where they send leakage to the beginner is either worse or if they do anyhow chance they let them stop. But if not that, any person they do that thing that the government go arrest them and do anything with people do to them. Because I think say that is a bad thing for sending leakage to people whenever they go see to us. That is not good at all.
I think say the one that we can send them leakage there so they help picking them from where them promote or they help them from where them study hard.
Well, I can tell you say that is not good at all. That is a bad thing where they can ever do. When you want a person, not help in the other way for sending a leakage for them. Help in the other way. If you call them privately, you will teach them, put on a blackboard and teach them and give them all the knowledge when you say you go comfortable for them for go see the exam and feel say at the best.
What things in our students because of our students the laziness they need students here. Students no one for study.
Well, then I don't think saying because of laziness of students. No, I'm not sure. Because of they give them more time for study, more time for go anything. So we fit to say you get big thing ahead. When if you think so, I get big thing ahead. We be to say now worst exam I for go see. I think say if you know what is the part, if you know the focus, you know for the pen I know okay I get so you can know if you even stop landing.
So what do you think say the authorities they will be concerned for make up the exams there? What do they do for tap this examination malpractice?
Well, I think say like people say like where the people are going out the world for try for stop the one the more way they send the leakage to the people and for even stop the one the way they go inside the class with paper. And before you go inside, I will send this one advice to any security ahead. When you say you go sit, check picking good and proper before that they ever go take the exam. So that is the best thing I know they go do for save them and for save the country.
Fambul, in case you just join me, not forget say they listen to CTN Waetin De Pepul say where they reach from studios na Radio Montreal on FM 107.3. As inside the edition of the program, we dey look at examination malpractice na the country and where they present the program to Uno Mina Patrick Conte.
Mina Abdul Bangura, I dey talk from Freetown, Kennedy State. Well, go with Amiko from this, you not tell well for the students and the upcoming students because when they sit exams now what you study now you get for good display like examination hall but not depend on leakages and whether they can cause this one more like the one way they work on the side because how did they get any leakages anyway now magic not to magic anyhow the one way they work on the side now they take them to their back spread them to people there.
So you think say the people that when they work with the examination body for blame in terms of then the cages there where they come out?
Well, this because now they get the blame more although not to one side back because inside examination hall security and then vigilate on the then they for watch because somebody get leakage there. Okay, how will they enter with that? And then for shatter one thing first. Then how will they take them? You transform them to exam paper. Then go for sale. So if you later if you in the inside, then you don't care, you don't want to know. Plus you don't go get leakages. If you not get way for transform and exam paper, believe me, the next time you know will look for leakage again. You don't see. So now them are they blame.
So why you think say the examining body for blame in terms of the leakages there as well?
Because why I think so? Because them get the rights for put a stop on this. For example, me as a vigilator, they say now I can't vigilate this certain side. Then and then they sleep and then they even play with phone and then they even do no other thing and they concentrate 100%. Anyone who I see a count foreign material, believe on me, I for caution. When you give me sober answer, then I depend on that. You don't see. But it's like they walk. Now walk, they walk. Where give money, they left you. If you don't give money, well, they own you.
What do you think say that they walk? Where do they walk?
Between the students and the exams and people there. The one that way they conduct the exams. Between them and the security, the students and all they work together.
So how do they work?
Because, okay, like the last time, one of my friends, he say la lena money. I say for do thing. He want go sit to us. He say la lena money. He say you know, say we walk inside exam hall. We will reach. We all contribute for the invigilator and the other people. Then they know how they shape the money. Then they allow we will get leakage. They allow we they transform the leakage from the side and to exams paper. You don't see. But the thing that we make a know say they are the work between themselves. Yeah. Okay, this one thing for the one that first brought we me expect maybe for kind side like anti-corruption so. Like anti-corruption, they for kind side so that it will stop. Because students are not going to be lazy again. Because when you don't say, you don't get forget leakage. Believe me, only you book tight. But if you don't say you get forget leakage, they need to study. You don't see? They need to study. When they see the social media, this and that, they go and do something when not necessary for them. You don't see that?
Mina Kanja at the talk from Fube Road. The reason why me still say they lead to this massive malpractice, one and the lack of the parents them and people them back where they lead to this because like we get to picking, I believe say you for edit to picking for let's study. Then the people and the people say themselves when I mean the students say where they go school, they say now one part the agents them because like they don't get time with them book them now. They're more exposed to technology. Some people they value in phone, they go on WhatsApp, all and left for study. Then doing the exam, they want to become a magic. You cannot fasten the pig on the market day. I believe the way you gonna wait in a classroom, teacher they teach you, and then another for like focus. We gonna also you study. We study. You know go about pan leakage and malpractice all anything and it. But like that's the one factor way as you say they lead to all length here.
So without for blame on this examination malpractice.
Well, we blame the authority them. Authority in the sense, especially like the invigilators, the teachers. So them sector and they would blame them.
So why you think say they for blame the authority they are concerned?
Well, why would they blame the teachers them? Because if it's some them first and the first and then at the secondary people and way they encourage this because like now them they get the materials them from the picking them, then get the know-how for tackle this, then get the know-how, then get all the things. But like whenever they encourage and connive with them picking there, I believe say the picking and themselves will say well now this will be the best thing for we involve in them malpractice there. So we blame the teachers them, blame the authority they we concerned.
Well, Mina Alaji Bimjalo I dey talk from Farbon for Road. Well, as for me, I need to blame the school picking them because the school picking again no source no way forget any leakage. They come off right now the WAEC council and then get if any malpractice happen now from the central WAEC because I didn't get them.
So you think say now WAEC people for blame for this malpractice?
100% none for blame because now the only people and the way we go get access to that.
So you think say now with the WAEC when they only get access for this examination leakages then where students can get some?
Now they are responsible for all exams in this country also. Now WAEC, if we say out of the salon, Ghana, also now the WAEC people live because in the education, if we say if we now Ghana do that, then they send a kind of salon. So in the salon, now the WAEC people live, now they get access to that. So if any leakage take place, now the people live within WAEC, now they responsible for any exam malpractice.
So other people like you say now the invigilator they really in a class and they can make up then malpractice there with school going pupils then. So wait to make out of that also.
That is quite strong. You they send you for go in village, for go watch. How you go get the source for watch? If you in security, they say go watch your side. Now what you go watch? You go able to know what's in the inside the house or inside the watch. Now when you put on thing inside the house with the watch, now you go able to see and talk them. So now the WAEC people maybe now they get the problem because now from there they get the source. If the source they come from the WAEC, then it go now to the individual with the outside WAEC.
That now some people will be the talk to me workmate Amedu Kooma. Fambun, now also the program they left for today. In case you miss half for the old program, don't forget to listen to the repeat broadcast we go come to Uno on Sunday. On behalf of my workmates there, Amedu Kooma and Amza Toure, we help me put this program here together. Me produce and present this program to Uno. Mina Patrick Yata Conte.
This na CTN.